The environmental chamber shifted again, now simulating the surface of a volcanic world. Heat sufficient to melt standard alloys filled the chamber. The humans' equipment should have failed immediately. Instead, Sharma deployed a reflective field technology that the observation team had never encountered. It's creating a localized temperature gradient, explained an engineering evaluator, appendages gesturing in confusion. But the power requirements should be enormous. They're powering it through body heat conversion, noted another analyst. Elegant solution. By midday, the humans had completed 5 advanced trials that historically eliminated 99% of candidates. The observation deck had grown crowded as word spread throughout the facility. Species from across the coalition arrived to witness the unprecedented progress. "We need to understand how they're doing this," Zix Terrell insisted as the preparation began for the toxic environment trials. "Their technology isn't significantly advanced. Their physical capabilities, while impressive, aren't beyond several other species. What makes them different?" The toxic chamber activated, filling with compounds lethal to carbon-based life. The humans should have immediately retreated or deployed advanced filtration systems. Instead, they proceeded with minimal protection, their bodies metabolizing or neutralizing compounds that should have caused immediate systemic failure. They're adapting in real time. Vulpex's gelatinous form pulsated with excitement. Their liver functionality is extraordinary. They're treating these toxins as mild irritants. Tactical Officer Webb emerged from the chamber first, removing his breathing apparatus. "Reminds me of New Delhi before the air quality reforms," he commented casually to his teammates, "or that bar on Ta City IV." As the day progressed, the evaluation team rushed to deploy challenges faster than protocol allowed. The humans completed each one with increasing efficiency, sometimes suggesting improvements to the testing parameters. They're treating this as a learning experience, Vendra realized, not a survival challenge. By late afternoon, only the final trial remained. A comprehensive challenge that combined all previous elements into a scenario that had never been completed successfully. Known simply as the Crucible, it had been designed by the Coalition's foremost survival experts to represent the absolute limit of sentient capability. The human team received the briefing with unsettling calm. "To be clear," Sharma asked, "we need to navigate through sequential chambers of increasing gravitational stress, radiation exposure, psychological warfare, and toxic atmospheres, while solving complex mathematical problems that will unlock the progression gates." "Correct," Zix Terrell confirmed, "while defending against simulated predator attacks and decreasing oxygen levels." "Sounds like Tuesday at Officer Candidate School," Wet remarked to Chen, who allowed herself a small smile. "The longest any team has survived is 43 minutes, Vendra added. "None have progressed beyond the 3rd chamber." "How many chambers total?" asked Chen. 7, Zix Terrell replied. "But." "Understood. We're ready." The observation deck fell silent as the human team entered the Crucible. What followed defied all expectations and rewrote Coalition understanding of survival capabilities. The humans moved through the chambers with practiced coordination. Where other species struggled with single challenges, they managed multiple threats simultaneously. When radiation levels spiked beyond survivable limits, they rotated leadership to distribute exposure. When gravitational forces threatened to crush them, they used the increased pressure to power impromptu energy conversion devices. "They're communicating in some way we can't detect," insisted a senior observer. "No," corrected Vulpex. "They're anticipating each other's actions through micro-expressions and shared experience. They trust each other implicitly." The 5th chamber had been considered theoretically impossible to survive. The humans cleared it in 17 minutes. "They're not just surviving," Vendra realized, skin flashing in patterns never before recorded from her species. "They're analyzing our design philosophy and predicting the challenges before encountering them." The 6th chamber combined psychological warfare with impossible environmental conditions. The humans not only endured but appeared to be conserving energy. They're preparing for the final chamber, Zix realized. They expected to reach it from the beginning. The seventh chamber activated as the humans entered. It represented conditions found only in the most extreme environments known to the Coalition. The core of gas giants, the surface of neutron stars, the event horizons of black holes. No species had ever witnessed its activation before. You appear adequately prepared, Zix acknowledged reluctantly. However, the psychological evaluation will begin tomorrow. Most species require recovery time. We can continue now, Chen stated flatly. The psychological chamber was designed to induce disorientation, hallucinations, and deeply seated fears unique to each species. Candidates typically emerged after days of testing, mentally broken, and requiring extensive rehabilitation. The humans entered separately. The observation panel watched in stunned silence as each human experienced scenarios designed to shatter psyches. Isolation, predator encounters from their evolutionary past, simulated death of teammates, extreme environmental threats. 3 hours later, all three emerged. How is this possible? Vendra demanded, bioluminescence flashing chaotically. The fear centers in their brains activated appropriately, yet they compartmentalized it. Vulpex's analysis organs pulsated rapidly. They appear to use fear as a tool rather than experiencing it as a debilitating force. They acknowledge it, then proceed regardless. Technical specialist Sharma approached the evaluation panel. The scenarios were interesting, but predictable. Our species evolved alongside predators that could kill us instantly. We lived through ice ages with stone tools. We survived plagues that nearly exterminated us. Your simulations lack creativity. The evaluation chamber fell silent. Commander Chen stepped forward. We'd like to proceed to the advanced trials. Those are scheduled to begin after 3 days of rest, Zix responded, appendages twitching in agitation. Unnecessary, Chen replied. We're still warming up. The xenobiologists and psychologists huddled in urgent consultation. No protocol existed for candidates advancing at this pace. The observation deck buzzed with theories and speculation. Could they be artificial constructs? Suggested one evaluator. Scans confirm organic composition, countered Vulpex. Perhaps they're using cognitive enhancers, offered another. Blood chemistry shows only natural hormones, Vendra replied. Though their adrenaline and endorphin regulation is unlike anything in our database. Zix finally addressed the humans directly. Your performance is unprecedented. The advanced trials test survival capabilities beyond anything you would have encountered on your homeworld. Tactical Officer Webb smiled for the first time since their arrival. With respect, Evaluator, you've never visited Earth. We've studied your planetary conditions extensively. Zix clicked defensively. Data isn't experience, Webb replied. Our planet tried to kill us every day of our evolutionary history. Extreme temperatures, natural disasters, microscopic pathogens, apex predators. We didn't just survive these things. We thrived because of them. The day concluded with the humans having completed 3 phases that typically required weeks. As they were escorted to rest quarters, the evaluation team gathered for emergency consultation. This changes everything. Vendra's skin pulsed with patterns of concern. If they continue at this pace, they'll complete the year-long course in days, finish Zix. The implications for coalition security protocols are significant. In their assigned quarters, the human team reviewed their performance. They're underestimating us, Sharma noted, checking his equipment. Good, Chen replied. Tomorrow we show them what humans are really capable of. Webb grinned. They haven't seen anything yet. Rewriting the rules. Dawn broke artificially over the endurance selection facility as emergency notifications roused the evaluation team. Chief Evaluator Zix arrived to find the human candidates already suited up and waiting in the preparation chamber. This is unprecedented, he chittered anxiously. Protocol dictates. With respect, Commander Chen interrupted. We didn't travel across 12 systems to follow protocols designed for species with different capabilities than our own. Vendra's skin flashed warning patterns. The advanced trials have eliminated candidates from species with technology thousands of years beyond yours. 3 died last cycle despite all safety measures. Noted, Chen replied without concern. We're ready. The first advanced trial took place in a massive chamber designed to simulate extreme planetary conditions. As the humans entered, the temperature plummeted to nearly absolute zero, while atmospheric pressure increased tenfold. Most species required extensive protective equipment to survive even brief exposure. The humans activated slim thermal suits and continued moving with minimal impediment. Remarkable thermoregulation. Full PEX observed, its analysis organs working frantically. They're generating heat through microscopic muscular contractions, while their circulatory systems redirect blood flow to protect vital organs. The impossible selection. The Galactic Coalition's Endurance Selection Facility hung in orbit around a neutron star, its reinforced structure designed to withstand radiation that would vaporize most spacecraft. Inside the observation deck, Chief Evaluator Zix Terrell flicked 2 of his 6 appendages in irritation as he reviewed the incoming candidate profiles. Humans, he chittered to his colleague. They've sent humans to our selection course. Senior Evaluator Vendra's skin rippled with bioluminescent patterns of amusement. The Deathworlders. Bold move. Have they even been part of the coalition for a full orbital cycle? 8 standard months, Zix Terrell confirmed. Yet they believe they can complete a trial that species with millennia of spacefaring experience rarely survive. His primary eyes blinked in sequence, the Kezaran equivalent of a dismissive snort. The arrival shuttle docked with precise efficiency. Airlock protocols completed, and 3 humans stepped onto the station. They wore standard coalition uniforms, unmodified despite the station's atmosphere being calibrated for species from high-oxygen worlds. Commander Ilara Chen led the trio, her dark eyes scanning the environment with methodical precision. Behind her walked technical specialist Ravi Sharma and tactical officer Marcus Webb. They carried minimal equipment, just standard survival packs where most species arrived with specialized gear weighing twice their body mass. Greetings, representatives of Earth. Zix Terrell's translator unit converted his clicks and whistles to standardized Galactic Common. I am obligated to inform you that only 0.3% of candidates complete the endurance selection. No species has succeeded on their first attempt. Commander Chen nodded once. Understood. We're ready to begin. Vendra's dorsal ridge expanded slightly, a sign of surprise. No questions. No request for additional preparation time. None required, Chen replied. Her face remained perfectly composed, betraying no emotion. Zix Terrell's appendages twitched with what might have been amusement or contempt. Very well. Processing begins in 1 standard hour. The selection is designed to test the absolute limits of sentient capability. It traditionally spans 1 galactic standard year. Chen exchanged glances with her teammates. We intend to complete it significantly faster. The observation deck erupted in a wave of translated chitters, clicks, and subharmonic vibrations as 24 alien evaluators processed this statement. In 3,000 cycles, no species had ever suggested such a thing. The first phase of testing began precisely on schedule. The human team entered a chamber with gravity cycling randomly between 0.5 and 3 times Earth standard. Most species required extensive preparation for such conditions, but the humans moved with practiced ease, their bodies adapting almost instantly to each shift. Interesting, murmured Chief Medical Observer Thulpex, a gelatinous being whose transparent body housed multiple specialized organs. Their musculature reconfigures in real time. Most species we've tested require at least 15 minutes to adapt. Next came atmospheric variation tests. Oxygen levels plummeted while carbon dioxide spiked to levels lethal for many sentient species. The humans' breathing patterns changed slightly, but they continued functioning with minimal protective equipment. That's impossible. Full pecs bubbled anxiously. Their blood chemistry should be destabilizing. Technical specialist Sharma removed a small device from his pack, activated it, and the team continued without apparent distress. "What is that technology?" demanded Zixteril. His assistant reviewed the scans. "It's remarkably simple. It catalyzes atmospheric components through a crystalline matrix that their scientist named Johnson. Nothing particularly advanced. They invented this." Vendra's skin flashed patterns of disbelief. "In their first decade of coalition membership," confirmed the assistant. "They call it a quick fix." The radiation chamber came next, a challenge that eliminated over 60% of candidates. The humans entered without hesitation, their bodies subjected to doses that would cause cellular breakdown in most species. Monitoring systems showed their cellular structure actively rebuilding damaged tissue almost as quickly as it was affected. "Their DNA has extraordinary repair mechanisms," Full pecs observed, multiple organs pulsing rapidly within its gelatinous form. "They're treating radiation damage as a minor inconvenience." 4 hours into what was typically a week-long first phase, the human team had completed every initial challenge. They stood before the evaluation panel, showing minimal signs of stress or fatigue. Commander Chen assessed the situation instantly, deploying her team in formation. Sharma activated technology they had apparently developed specifically for this scenario, while Webb established defensive positions against the simulated predator attacks. 23 minutes later, the final indicator light turned green. The crucible had been conquered. The observation deck erupted in chaos. Some evaluators celebrated witnessing history. Others demanded investigation into possible cheating. Most simply stared in disbelief as decades of assumptions about species' capabilities crumbled. The human team emerged from the crucible looking tired but satisfied. "Impressive design," Chen complimented Zixteril. The sequential element progression was particularly challenging. The chief evaluator's appendages hung limply at his sides. "You completed our year-long selection process in less than 30 hours. We set an internal goal of 36, Webb admitted. "Glad we beat it." "How?" Vendra demanded, her translator struggling to convey the complex emotions in her biologically produced harmonics. "How is this possible?" Sharma smiled. "Your coalition evolved through cooperation between species from compatible worlds. Humanity evolved through competition on a single death world. Everything on Earth was trying to kill us. The weather, the animals, the plants, even microscopic organisms we couldn't see. Then we started trying to kill each other. We don't just survive," Chen added quietly. "We thrive under pressure. Difficulty doesn't break us, it forges us. Every challenge in your course has an analog in our history or our training. We've been preparing for this test since before we knew it existed." The implications resonated throughout the facility. The humans hadn't just passed the selection. They had rendered it obsolete. As the team prepared for departure, Zixteril approached Commander Chen privately. "The Coalition Council will want to reevaluate humanity's position," he said carefully. "Your capabilities exceed our models." Chen nodded. "That was part of our mission objective." "You've changed how the Coalition will view Deathworlders forever," Zixteril admitted. "Some species will fear what you represent." "Fear is a reasonable starting point," Chen replied. "But we prefer respect as the end goal. Humanity doesn't want to dominate the Coalition. We want to contribute. We survived our death world not just through strength, but through intelligence and cooperation. Those same qualities will make us valuable allies." As their shuttle departed the facility, the human team left behind a station in turmoil, and a coalition that would never underestimate their species again. In the mission report transmitted to Earth Command, Commander Chen included only one personal observation. "They thought they were testing us. In reality, We were introducing ourselves.